Double A, Antony, talk to me first of all. I mean, there's a lot of plaudits for Rashford, there's a lot of plaudits for our game and everything like that today, but I've not really gone on anyone in detail about Antony. Debut, big game to come in on, pressure cooker game. How do you think he performed?
You know what? It's a perfect game for him to come into. You know, confident young man. Like I never worry about him coming into this game and showing little glimpses of what he can do. Obviously, it reminds me a bit of Malacia last Liverpool game. Thrown into it, Old Trafford could have swallowed him up. I think there was a moment with Malacia with Salah. But Antony wanted the ball straight away. He was asking for it from below. He was showing little glimpses of little tricks and just looked confident. And the goal it just shows that he's confident and as a player. A great finish. That's composure. That's you know these moments when players like Alanga and Sancho and Rashford have all been in those moments and not been able to put the ball away. He's done it in his first game at Old Trafford. There's nothing you can ask for that. £85 million, a big price tag, as we've seen with Maguire, Nunes at Liverpool. They've all had that price tag put on them, and he's shown straight away, I'm here and I'm going to play for Manchester United. And he looks like a Manchester United player, and that's all we want.
That's it, mate. You talk about that there, fitting straight in, drop Malacia in the same thing. All of Ten Hag's signings seem to have that Ten Hag mentality that he goes on about, and none of them have buckled yet, even in them big games. Arsenal at home, Liverpool at home, like you said, this place can swallow you up, and it has been poisonous over the last year. All these signings have got that imprint, haven't they?
It shows that they're coming in and they're on board with it, and I think it's feeding throughout the rest of the team. They're looking at Malacia, they're looking at Martinez, Eriksen, and the fella from the favela, Antony, all showing that if you want to play for Ten Hag, you need to do it this way. And you look at, you asked someone earlier on, what players for you are taking it on board. I've said a lot about him. I'm not a big fan of his. But Scott McTominay is showing there's a player there. He's taking it on board, whether it's because he's actually being coached for the first time since he's come into the first team. He's got a little bit about him, and he looks a lot more confident. He's not doing the silly little jump and turn. He's getting the ball. He's passing it forward straight away. He looks like his tackling's getting a little bit better as well. He's still some silly little fouls, but if you eradicate them from his game, he's a very, very good addition to this squad.
I know what you mean about that. I think he nearly did himself in one of his tackles he put in that first half there. But you're right. I call him triple jump, hop, skip, and a jump. McTominay. It's sort of maturing in a way. But you feel like that's because he's got serious competition. Because if he has a bad game and Casemiro comes in, he knows that he ain't getting back in that team, and he's going to have to play. He's going to have to improve.
Exactly. And competition is healthy for every single player. We saw it with Shaw. When Alex Tellers come in, probably had his best season in a United shirt. Delo has got Wan-Bissaka there, but Delo's taking on the right back role. And McTominay needs that as well. And he's not a young player, is he? But in terms, he's still seen as a young player with some potential to grow, maybe. And I think having Casemiro there, knowing that if Casemiro gets in the team, McTominay's probably not going to get back in. And he's not hiding from it. Leicester, he's probably the best player today. I'm going to put him up there with one of the best players. It's hard to pick a man of the match. I think everyone was committed, everyone was showing that fight, and that's all United fans have wanted for 2 or 3 years, that these players show 100% commitment, fight for the badge, fight for every tackle, run around and show that you care, that you're playing for Manchester United. And he's epitomising that at the moment, and I'd say a lot of players are looking up to him, and that's a big testament to him.
That goes for every player coming in. Martial now has got a job coming back. We all thought he was a surefire thing when he's fit, he comes in, but Ten Hag's shown that he don't like changing winning teams. He's got options on the bench there, and he's not being moved on it. Martial, Ronaldo, Casemiro, Donny van der Beek. We've got players to come in. Fred, when he came on, he keeps doing it, keeps putting his shift in and doing his job. But that's what we need, isn't it? That's the whole squad mentality.
And I think that's what we want as fans. That there's a team there that when a player drops out, a player's going to come in and actually look to take that opportunity now, rather than under previous managers, favourites were played until they were run ragged. It's not the same now, because the manager's here with the style of play, and these players are getting more and more confident as the games are going on. And it's not a case of, well, if you play bad, they're going to play. He will drop someone. Alanga didn't play well against Leicester. Antony's come in and shown he's taking his chance. Now Alanga's got to fight to get back into the team. And I think when a player drops out, whether that's for injury or just a bad performance, I don't think it has to be a bad performance. It has to be a really bad performance, because he's showing faith in certain players. Rashford got a lot of criticism in a couple of games. He could have dropped out and been replaced, but he hasn't. Stuck with him, and now he's getting the rewards. And I think it's a different sort of reliance on the players than what's been seen in other managers. And I think Ten Hag is showing this confidence and this trust in these players, and he's reaping the rewards now massively.
Who's getting the man of the match, mate, before you go?
Mate, it's honestly the trickiest one I probably have to give a man of the match in this game, because every single player was a warrior, and the heads could have dropped at 1-1 and we could have lost, but the resilience and the character that he's shown, I'm gonna say McTominay. I think he was an absolute,
only one, mate.
he was absolute amazing, and hats off to him massively.
Double A, cheers for coming on, mate.
All the best, cheers.